Hey, what's up? So I've been having some thoughts lately, and I decided to them down so I don't lose track of what I've been thinking about lately. Okay, let me read for you real quick. I'm not trying to be negative at all. It's just that the more I think, the more it comes to be plausible, even against my wishes. So, if anyone who listens have a strong reason and argument to make me think the contrary, please tell me. And what I've come to realize is this quote: they are telling what it was, not what it will be. They're telling what it was, not it will be. What does that mean? It means that all of the current system of control with the propaganda and media telling in fiction, word of magic and restoration of balance over a series of undeniable events in film series, comics, etc., such as an example Moana, Avatar, Narnia, and so on. They're just presenting the version of the realm we already experienced, something that already was before. If they would do that, it would not make sense to propagate exponentially the opposite, such as violence and total destruction in the same media and other medias with the same or even more intensity. We are simply contemplating the far past of the magic and wonders, thinking it's a prediction of the future, even while observing everything around us degrading more and more as proof of the contrary. And I like to make analogies, I like to make comparisons and equivalences, even though they don't make much sense. But think of this word as a cake in a stove. So if I'm preparing something, if I'm preparing a cake and I put it on the stove, I do everything correctly. And when I turn on the stove, wait for the temperature to be fine, just fine, and I put the cake in there, it already looks good. And when it starts to grow, to form, it looks pretty. But if I don't pay attention, the cake, or in this case, this word is gonna get off hand. It's gonna start burning or overcook. And from there, I have two options. I either take out the cake of the stove, see what I can do with what's left, or I start a new one if I want to get myself that much that much work again. Which in the matters of infinite potential, it wouldn't be anything at all to restart a word or anything else beyond this. But what seems to be the case of most people in this so-called awake community is they are waiting for this cake, for this word to magically turn into something else. Or I mean, they see the cake is burnt, the stove burnt the cake, it catches on fire, there's smoke everywhere, the alarm is ringing, the fire alarm in the house is ringing, but everyone is like, "Hmm, I don't know, it will turn out to be good because uh, in a few more minutes the cake will restore its original form and it will cook again and it will be fine." When in reality it's gonna run, it's gonna burn, because that, I mean, for those who really observe, every proof is pointing that this word is gonna degrade more and more for the next few years. So yeah, what about that? But yes, that's just a brief thought I've been having. I wrote it down so I didn't lose course and do not prolong this video. Is there anything else I want to talk about? No, no. Anyways, thank you for listening to me again. I hope you're doing very good, and see you next time. Bye bye.